Hello, this is Christian Williams. The date is October 8th of 2021. This is for the Circ03 C Attempt. For this one, we were learning how to use a motor component in our circuit in addition to using a transistor and a diode for the first time. So the code, as you can see here, is in the left half of my screen, and then the right hand of the screen I have the schematic that we were using in order to plug it all in. Basically, the program over here is going to just turn on a toy motor that we have hooked up on and off, similar to the program that we used that turned an LED on and off after a set amount of time. So you can see it's going to, if we do right here, motor on then off, we have the on time set to 2,500 milliseconds, and then it'll be off for 1,000 milliseconds. So 2.5 seconds, 1 second. We also have some other functions that we can use that are typed into this, similar to the Circ03 C Attempt, but the Arduino is only going to be running the first one that we have set up, which is turning the motor on and then off. But as you can see right here, we have the ability to turn the motor on and then off with speed, and also accelerate the motor slowly on. So important pieces for this. We learned that there are different pins on the Arduino board that can be used to control speed through some sort of like analog input. And those specifically on here are 9, 10, 11, or 3, which is good for me to know in the future, because it does matter which pin in the Arduino. It's not just like I have 11 pins to play with that all do the same thing. So we can see that we've set our intervals on time and off time, and also told the Arduino that the motor is considered our output for the pin mode. Pretty basic stuff, but you can see there's a lot more code here than Arduino won't use. So what that looks like in real life is this device right here. So as you can see right here, we have our toy motor hooked up over here along with our power leads here. The leads that go into here are similar to the power leads, so don't get too confused by that. You can see our cord going into pin 9, and I'm going to get an angle of that chip. So when I was talking about earlier that certain pins are able to do certain things, you can see the pin numbers have a squiggle next to them. That's what allows me to know which one of those pins allows some more functionality than just plugging something in. So pin 9, 6, 5, 3, and so on, those can allow me to change the speed of the toy motor here in the background, whereas pin 8, 7, 4, and 2 wouldn't necessarily be able to do that. They might be able to just tell it to turn on, but they wouldn't be able to control the speed or do anything fun like that. Two new components that we used in the wiring. We have our diode right here, and we have our transistor right here. That just allows us to handle more powerfully powered, sure, components like the motor in a more useful way. I currently have it unplugged simply because I didn't want that motor to continuously go off, because it is set to a loop to turn it on and off. So how we do that is we plug it into the base here. Let me see if I can do it with one hand since I have a camera. This is riveting footage here, everybody. All right. So, oh, come on, focus. There we go. So you can see it's just turning off and on. You can tell just by the gear there. And it'll do that until the Arduino runs out of power, since it's set to a loop to do that. So that is my, there we go, you can now hear it. I'm going to pick that up because that's going to be annoying. That is my Circ03 C Attempt. I will see you in the B attempt.